Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have another classic dinner recipe for you guys, and I want to show you how to make my creamy chicken fettuccine Alfredo. This incredible pasta dish is bursting with so much incredible flavor. I'm going to get things started first with my juicy garlic chicken breast, and then I'm going to show you how to make the best Alfredo sauce without using any heavy cream. I'm going to make like a béchamel-style sauce with parmesan cheese. It's super creamy, super delicious, and you guys won't miss the heavy cream at all. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make this incredible recipe. And before I get started on my juicy garlic chicken breast, I'm bringing a large pot of salted water on my back burner up to boil, and I'm going to prepare 1 pound of fettuccine pasta. Once it's al dente, I'm going to drain it and then keep it warm on my back burner. Meanwhile, let's get started on the chicken. So I've preheated my frying pan over medium-high heat. I'm going to add in a splash of some cooking oil, and then we're going to add in my chicken breast. And today I butterflied 2 chicken breasts, so I have 4 pieces total, and then the thinner cut of chicken breast is just going to cook much faster. And once your pan is nice and hot, you can add the chicken right in. And I'm going to season my chicken generously with salt. And I'm going to brown the chicken for about 3 to 4 minutes per side until it's nicely browned all over. And once my chicken is nicely browned all over, I'm going to add in about half a cup of chicken broth. And then I'm going to close the pan with my lid. And the lid is going to help trap in all the heat and moisture inside the pan, and it's going to cook the chicken faster. I'm going to cook it for another 4 to 5 minutes until it's just about done, and then I'm going to add the rest of my seasonings. My chicken is just about done cooking, and most of my chicken broth has evaporated at this point. I'm going to drop in a couple tablespoons of butter. Next, I'll add in 4 minced garlic cloves. Drop those in. You want that garlic to cook for about a minute. It cooks really, really quickly. I'm going to sprinkle the chicken breast with a little bit of ground paprika. I'm going to give it lots of beautiful color. A little bit of ground black pepper. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of fresh parsley, and I'm going to take this chicken off the heat and keep it warm while I'm making my sauce. And now that I have my chicken all done, I'm going to get started on my creamy Alfredo sauce. So into a saucepan, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter. And I like to use a high quality salted butter. I'm just going to let that melt over medium heat. And then into my melting butter, I'm also going to add in 3 minced garlic cloves. And this way they're just going to cook slowly as that butter is melting. And into my melted butter, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of flour. And the flour is going to help thicken the sauce. I'm going to let this cook for about a minute. And I'm going to slowly start pouring in a cup of chicken broth. And you want to keep whisking this constantly. And then as this mixture starts to thicken, I'm going to start pouring in 2 cups of whole milk. Whisk that in. Next, I'm going to season my sauce with a teaspoon of salt. Add in some ground black pepper, just a little bit. And I also like to grate in a tiny little bit of nutmeg. And I'll cook this sauce over medium heat until it starts to thicken. It usually takes about 5 to 6 minutes. And now I'm ready for my cheese. I'm going to add in a 1.5 cups of grated parmesan cheese. I'm going to reserve a little bit for topping my dish as well. Going to mix in the parmesan and just let this cook for about a minute or 2 until that cheese is completely melted. I've removed my sauce from the heat, and now I'm going to add in my final touch, a couple tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley. Just whisk that in, and this sauce is ready to be enjoyed with the pasta. And right before I toss my pasta with the sauce that I just prepared, I'm going to thinly slice the chicken breast. I've kept this warm on the stove top. Just slice it into nice thin, like bite-sized pieces. And my fettuccine pasta has finished cooking, so I'm just going to transfer it into my sauce. And I'll grab my kitchen tongs and toss the pasta in that creamy Alfredo sauce until every pasta strand is well coated. The sauce is just so creamy and it coats the pasta really, really well. All right, time to get some of this delicious, incredible pasta plated up. Look at that. That sauce is just so incredibly creamy. And I like to sprinkle some extra Parmesan cheese on top. And then you can add that amazing, juicy garlic chicken on top. And that's it, guys, for my chicken fettuccine Alfredo. This smells so incredibly delicious. I can't wait to dig in and enjoy. For the full recipe, don't forget to head on down the video description box. I'll have a link there that'll take you over to my website so you can print this recipe off and share it with your family and friends. And now, time to sample this. I'm going to start with, let me grab a bite of the chicken first, all on its own, because it looks so good, so juicy with that garlic and the butter. That chicken is so incredibly delicious. It's juicy, it's aromatic. I love the addition of the garlic, the butter, the parsley, a little bit of paprika on top. It's so incredibly delicious. And now let's try some of this pasta. This sauce is so incredibly creamy. You guys are going to love it. It's just so creamy and it coats the pasta really well too. All right, let's get some pasta. And again, a nice little bit of pasta on here. My creamy Alfredo sauce is something else. It is so incredibly rich and creamy. I absolutely love the flavor of the garlic and the Parmesan cheese in there, and you don't miss the heavy cream at all. You don't notice that it's not there because it's just so creamy and rich, and it's just the combination of the chicken broth and the milk thickened with the roux. And the flavors are just phenomenal. Combined with that juicy chicken breast, this is like the ultimate chicken pasta dinner recipe. You guys are going to love this dish. Don't forget to head on down the video description box for the full link. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Next time you're craving for some restaurant quality chicken Alfredo, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.